family and every society, gender equality. The era we live in is undergoing rapid development and profound change. The progress in technology, economy, and culture has opened up many new possibilities. And gender equality as an important global issue has entered the spotlight of more people, whether it international legal starts or social movements both at home and abroad. Gender equality has become one of the key marks of uh, societal progress. However, despite the significant progress we have made in advancing gender equality over the past few decades, we still face many challenges in reality, whether in the workplace or in family life. Gender inequality continues to exist to varying degrees. This is not only a dilemma for women, but also affects men, and even the harmony and the progress of society as a whole. So what exactly is true gender equality? First, we must uh, clarify that gender equality is not only about legal equality or equal rights, but more importantly, it's about respecting each person's rights and value as an individual. Gender should not be the standard by which a person's ability and potential are evaluated. It should be a part of each person's acne, identity, inherent character rather than a constraint that determines our destiny. Now let's begin with some simple questions that will hopefully spark your thoughts. The first, the first, around 2.4 billion women of working age are not afforded economic opportunity, and 178 countries maintain legal barriers that prevent their full economic participation, according to the World Bank's Women, Business and the Law 2022 report. In 86 countries, women face some job rules, and 95 countries do not ensure equal pay for equal work. So in your opinion, nowadays, which should gender inequality be reflected in society?
Okay, thank you for your question. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
In my opinion, men and women should be considered equally in society and family. But according to surveys nowadays, the relationship between men and women still have an equal opportunity to try in the job and to get an equal pay for equal job. In home, women still have to do more housework and childcare than men.
The next question, globally, women still have only 3/4 of the legal rights afforded to men, which shows complete legal equality. So what do you think is some reason for women's inequality?
I think gender equality fit by women in laws and regulations often set a pathways for further unequality at multiple levels for society. When legal framework fail to provide equal rights and protection for women, its legitimize unequal treatment and in any area, such as governments, corporate environments, workplace, and even within families. Governments may set up policies as prioritize male domestic interests. Companies may undervalue women's contributions, and employees may continue unequal in hiring, pay, and promotion practice. Furthermore, Societal rules and family strategies can enhance their inequalities, leading to some disadvantages for women. Its contributions, in fact, creates a cycle gender unequal where unequality in one area enhance and promote inequalities in others, making it even harder for women to achieve true quantities.
Okay, next, the claim that globally, the highest number of innovation were made in the parenthood pay and workplace. Many innovation focused on protecting against gender uh, harassment in employment, avoid gender inequality, increasing paid leave for new parents, and removing job uh, restriction for women. Tell about a global setting up measures that you know to improve gender inequality.
Okay, I exactly agree with Will. I think it is an useful way to balance the relationship between men and women, and it also can balance the stress of women between household and the workplace. And more people can value women, and we can protect many rights for women.
The last is women cannot achieve equality in the workplace if they are on an unequal basis at home. That Carmen Reinhardt, economist of the World Bank Group. That means leveling the paying field and in ensuring that having children doesn't mean women are excluded from for or participation in the economy and realizing their hopes and passions. Can you tell me how family inequality is related to workplace inequality?
Okay, this way I can say the statement highlights the critical connection between gender equality at home and in workplace. It's including addressing issues such as unequal distribution of household and caregiving responsibility, which often disproportionately fall on women. The playing field policies and societal change are needed to ensure that having children or managing family responsibility does not hinder women's abilities to full participate in economy or pursue their aspirations. It's an underscore the importance of creating both systems, such as parental leave, childcare service, and flexible work agreements to enable women to balance both their professional and personal life effectively.
Thank you. Thank you for your replies. To summarize, I think the phenomenon of women's inequality needs to be noticed by more organizations and governments, and they should set up some laws and regulations to protect rights of women. Okay, the next person, why does gender inequality still exist in modern society?
Deposit significant progress. Gender inequality remains prevalent in many areas worldwide. According to the Global Gender Gap Report 2023 by the World Economic Forum, it could take another 131 years to completely close the global gender gap at the current pace. The main reasons include historical gender roles, cultural and social traditions, incomplete policies and laws, and implicit biases.
Does the gender pay gap still exist? What are its manifestations?
The gender pay gap remains a global issue, A 2023 study by the International Labour Organization shows that on average, women's income is 20% to 30% lower than men's worldwide. Even in highly developed countries, this gap is evident. For instance, in the United States, women earned only 82% of what men earned in 2022, according to data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Okay. What impact does gender inequality have on society and the economy?
Gender inequality is not just a social issue, it also significantly hinders economic development. According to a 2050 report by Magazine Global Institute, achieving full gender equality could boost global GDP by 28 trillion by 2025, equivalent to 26% of the current global economy.
Okay, thank you. What measure can address gender inequality is the workplace or daily life?
According gender inequality requires collaboration between governments, businesses, and individuals. The following measures are effective: education and awareness. Promote education that colleges traditional gender roles and biases, while fostering equality in the next generation. Businesses can also train managers to reduce implicit bias. Women empowerment programs encourage women to participate in STEM fields through mentorship programs and career transparency pay systems. Companies should establish transparent salary structures regularly, audit gender pay gaps, and implement measures to eliminate them. Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you. The next person, the first question is, in terms of career development, how to adjust the internal training and the promotion mechanism to ensure that men and women can get equal development opportunities and resources.
In many industries, women still face barriers when it comes to career advancement. For example, in the technology sector, the lack of female role models and the prevalence of male-dominated work cultures can discourage women from pursuing or excelling in their careers. To address this, companies should implement blind recruitment process to eliminate container spaces. They can also offer mentorship programs specifically designed for women, providing them with the guidance and support they need to climb the corporate ladder. Additionally, providing equal access to training opportunities such as leadership development programs and technical skills training will help women to compete on an equal footing with their male counterparts.
And thank you. The next is from the source of education. How can schools and families work together to foster gender equality in children from an early age?
Thanks for the question.
I think education is the key to changing social attitudes and behaviors. In schools, we need to update our curriculum include diverse and positive representations of both genders in all fields of study. Textbooks should feature stories of successful women in STEM. For instance, to break the stereotypes that these fields are only for men. Teachers should also be trained to avoid gender-based language and behavior in the classroom. At home, parents can encourage their children to engage in a variety of activities regardless of gender. For example, fathers can actively participate in the household chores and childcare, showing their sons and daughters that these responsibilities are shared. By working together, schools and families can create an environment where childhood grow up with a natural understanding and appreciation of gender equality.
Given the profound impact of social attitudes on gender equality, what can be done to change the stereotype of men's and women's roles in different settings, such as the home and the workplace?
In my opinion, media and advertising play a significant role in shaping our participations. We need to advocate for more positive and diverse portrayals of both genders in the media. Instead of satisfying women as social homeworks or men as emotional brand winners, we should see a range of characters in different roles. Social companies can also be launched to challenge traditional gender roles. For example, promoting the idea of shared paternity through public service announcements can help shift the participation that mothers are primarily responsible for childcare. In the workplace, flexible working arrangements should be normalized for both men and women, allowing them to balance their professional and personal lives without being significant. Thank you.
And the last question is the level of policy formulation and legal protection. What specific regulations and policies need to be introduced by the government to um, monitor and correct gender inequality in various fields? And how to ensure that these policies and the regulations can be effectively implemented and enforced so that individuals or groups subjected to gender discrimination can obtain effective relief and support.
Oh, thanks for the question. Governments can enact laws that mandate equal pay for equal work and set quotas for female representation in leadership positions in both public and private sectors. For example, some countries have implemented gender quotas in corporate boards, which has led to an increase in the number of women in decision-making roles. To ensure enforcement, there should be delegated agents with the power to investigate complaints of gender discrimination and impose penalties to violators. Additionally, providing legal aid and support to victims of gender discrimination will encourage them to come forward and seek justice. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your reply. And the last one, why are women still underrepresented in leadership positions?
The women are considered better for leadership position by being passed over from promotion and development of new education. But data show the business benefit for having female exciting, while very few women occupy leadership roles and management positions. The number of management employed in 2023 female leadership in future 500 companies topped the 10% for the first time in last 16, 8-year history, but men still made up 83% percentage. of the 533rd issued office. Within the corporation list, actual 2022 group gender diversity report found only 28.2% of the board members were female, and most then held the coincide roles. This means the well-dressed women were board member in title. They had no influence over company decision making. With the C-suite, just 5% CEO were women.
What opportunities exist to change the predicament of sexual harassment in the workplace?
Female workers faced with sexual harassment have to negotiate other upside to gender equality in the workplace. The Me Too movement may reveal how present sexual harassment is with women is fighting in workplace. As the result, sexual harassment in work environment is now more likely to be reported and reported and are more likely to be believed.
What challenges do women face in the workplace related to work-life balance?
Women often perform more in website labor, such as common hospital, chore, and childcare. Then the male partner do create unequal balances between home and professional duties. As primary caregivers, more and enforcement to strive to keep with the demand of their job. As a result, female employers are less likely to be performer or break through the glass ceilings.
Thank you. Thank you for your reply. Thank you for your reply. In today's discussion, we have reviewed the progress and challenges of gender equality and reflected on how to create a more fair and inclusive society in the future. Gender equality is not only a societal goal, but also concerns the growth and the freedom of every individual and our shared future. Each of us can start with ourselves, breaking down gender basis, respecting everyone's choice and efforts, and promoting a fair social system. Regardless of gender, everyone has the right to pursue their life goals and dreams, to do what they love, and to live the life they envision. In this process, each of us is an active participant. Let us join hands and with a more open and inclusive mindset, promote gender equality, and create a more harmonious and progressive society. Thank you all.